Lex Luthor, the greatest criminal mind of our time. Of our time? I hereby serve notice that these walls here... You shut up, please, you fat boy.
Welcome once again to As the Reel Turns, your place for all things movie and television. And we have got another fantastic show for you today. If you realize, this is the summer, and there's a lot of movies that come out in the summertime. But one movie in particular has been saying that it is the summer of this. And if you remember, this was also our very first episode. So we're going to take another look back, a little bit more of a deeper dive into the ever-popular superhero, Superman. Yes, we are going to talk about everything Superman throughout the summer, and we're going to go through every live-action actor. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be asking, what about the animated stuff? Well, we'll touch upon them, don't worry. And I've got some wonderful people to talk about Superman with. We got my good friend Joe and my good friend Timothy.
Yayo.
Gentlemen, welcome back to the show.
Absolutely.
It's been a while. Here. It's been a while. Last time we were together, we did Star Trek, I think.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds right, yeah.
So great to have you back. We're going to be talking about everything Superman. Big movie this year, so I thought, why not touch upon some Superman stuff that we didn't touch upon the last time. First thing I want to talk about, there have been Superman, obviously a comic book superhero. He made his debut in Action Comics, then he got his own comic book throughout the years. Created by Siegel and Schuster, these two friends that wrote down a superhero that would leap tall buildings in a single bound. So now reruns of Adventures of Superman would continue, and like you said, they were trying to get a spin-off off the ground. But Superman was dead for like the first out of 100 billion times in the character's lore.
Based on what you said on the run of the show, it was about 20 years, wasn't it?
The show?
Between Adventures of Superman and
there were attempts to get other shows off the ground. There were animated shows. Super Friends.
Yeah.
There would have been there was a live action pilot for Superboy, a black and white 1960s one, but that never went anywhere. Years go by, though, and 1978 comes around, and 1978 brings in one promise, and that promise is, you will believe a man can fly. And this is done by a director named Richard Donner, and an actor named Christopher Reeve, and a composer named John Williams. And what we get is one of the biggest superhero movies ever made, Superman the movie. And I think we have the trailer here, or at least a trailer. We have a small trailer here. This is one of the biggest movies ever made. It is a fantastic film starring Christopher Reeve as Superman, Marlon Brando as his father, Jor-El. We have Gene Hackman, the late Gene Hackman, as Lex Luthor, greatest criminal mind of our time. Margot Kidder as Lois Lane, Jackie Cooper, Perry White, Mark McClure, Jimmy Olsen, Ned Beatty as Otis. And I forget the woman's name, but I forget what...
Ella Tessmacher.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, as...
Eve Tessmacher.
Eve.
Yeah.
I was going to say, whoever it was, as Miss Tessmacher!
Yes.
Miss Tessmacher!
This movie is fantastic. It's good. It's fun. I will admit, I'm a soundtracks person, and you could have the main theme on repeat all day long, and I will never get sick of it. Love that theme. Anyway, what happens in this movie is it's an origin story. Superman comes down to Earth from Krypton. Krypton explodes, and he grows up into Clark Kent, moves to Metropolis, and we find out there, underneath Metropolis, Lex Luthor is planning his biggest and most common dastardly deed, and I say most common because he does it again and again and again. Ready? Most evil thing ever, real estate. It's basically real estate.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Yeah. He wants to basically blow up California and make it his own, essentially, with Lexoday Coast and blah, blah, blah. And Costa del Lex.
Yeah.
Luthor.
Lutherville, Otisburg.
Yeah.
Otisburg.
Little bitty place.
Otisburg!
Tessmacher has
Otisburg! Okay. It's a great bit. Anyway,
California, right. The San Andreas Fault, maybe you've heard of it.
Yes, it's the joining together of two land masses. The fault line is unstable and shifting, which is why you get earthquakes in California from time to time.
Wonderful. Couldn't have said it better myself. Everything west of this line is the richest, most expensive real estate in the world. San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Everything on this side of the line is just hundreds and hundreds of miles of worthless desert land, which just so happens to be owned by Lex Luthor Incorporated. Now, call me foolish, call me irresponsible. It occurs to me that a 500-megaton bomb planted at just the proper point would
destroy most of California. Millions of innocent people would be killed. The West Coast, as we know it, would
fall into the sea. Bye-bye, California. Hello, new West Coast, my West Coast. Costa del Lex, Lutherville, Marina del Lex, Otisburg. Otisburg?
Miss Tessmacher, she's got her own place, Mr.
Otisburg?
It's a little bitty place.
Otisburg?
Okay, I just wipe it off, that's all. It's a little town.
You're a dreamer, Lex.
And he's planning to do this with two giant missiles that Superman has to destroy, and in the end, Superman saves the day.
Kind of.
Kind of.
But anyway.
In a literally roundabout way.
Actually, he doesn't really save the day. He fixes what he couldn't fix, what he couldn't save. Seriously, when you think about it.
Technical.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Anyway, with that kicking it off, Joe, what are your thoughts on Christopher Reeve in this movie and Superman the movie?
Okay.
Keep in mind we have three more entries.
When it first came out, I was one of the first ones to the theater to see
Oh,
it.
yeah?
Well, couldn't resist. I mean, it was a big thing here in Concord. I was at one of the theaters that I don't even think is in existence anymore.
Probably, yeah.
But me and a group of friends were just like, we got to go see this.
Oh, yeah.
We had no idea why, but we had to go see it.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I am in full agreement with you. It was very well done.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought Christopher Reeve was a perfect choice for that movie. And as they stated, I will agree, the movie itself with him in it looked so real. It was uncanny. It was just unbelievable when you sat there, because I'm sitting there in awe watching the whole thing, and you actually could believe this individual was Superman.
Yeah. I always say that Christopher Reeve was like the guy that you could just peel off a comic book page and place in the movie, and there he is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Timothy, what are your thoughts here on Christopher Reeve and Superman the movie?
I think Christopher Reeve is a woefully unappreciated performer, not just as Superman, but in general.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
There's the tragedy, and I'm sure you'll get into that, of what happened to him in his later life.
Oh, yeah.
Cut his acting career short, or he I'm positive would have gone on to do a lot more. But he was unknown at the time.
Sure.
He had done some stage plays, what have you, and I think he had done either a stage play or a film with Katharine Hepburn, and they became really close friends. He became basically his acting coach.
He became close friends with a lot of people.
He did. This, amongst other things, and I'm going to get a lot of disagreement from people about this. This is the first Superman film I saw where I could believe Clark Kent and Superman were two different people. He performed them differently.
Interesting.
That's fair.
It's the first time that you see in film what had been established in comics is that he doesn't just put on glasses. He puts on a performance as Clark Kent.
If I can just say, the great thing that I think he does in this movie, it might even have been a deleted scene. He's trying to tell Lois that he is Superman, and you can see him. He'll take off his glasses, and he's hunching over it, and he'll just...
And that's the scene I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And not only does he take the glasses off and up straight, but he switches from Clark's voice to Superman's voice. And then in the middle of his sentence, when he changes his mind, goes back.
Yeah.
Well, let's push off, shall we?
I better get a coat. It might be kind of cold up. No, I mean, I need a person. I have to fix my hair and some blush on.
Lois, there's something I have to tell you. I'm really... I was, at first, really nervous about tonight. But then I decided, well, darn it, I was going to show you
and that he was a much better actor than he was ever given credit for.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, he did get typecast.
Yes.
But he did... what was it? Death Trap. He did Somewhere in
Time. Yeah.
He did a bunch of other films. He was actually, he mentioned in an interview, he was up for the role of Indiana Jones.
Really?
And apparently, as I heard him tell the story, it was like really shortly after Superman 2 came out because they filmed them at the same time.
Sure. Yep.
And he said, I got like 4 or 5 scripts that weekend. They all needed an answer by the end of the weekend, and I flipped through it and said, pass.
Well, I mean, for this movie, though, there are some fantastic scenes. I love giving him range. I love it when he does get the kryptonite from Luthor.
Yeah.
He's with Miss Tessmacher in the pool. That's some great scenes.
Don't touch that.
I told you. That's kryptonite, Superman. A little souvenir from the old hometown. I've spared no expense to make you feel right at home.
You don't even care where the other missile's headed, do you?
Certainly I do. I know exactly where it's headed. Hackensack, New Jersey. I have to leave you now.
Why did you kiss me first?
I didn't think you'd let me later.
Thank you, Miss Nesmucker.
Why is it I can't get it on with the good guys?
Stand aside now. I wouldn't stay here either.
The interview with Lois, I love that. Do you like Pink? I like Pink very much, Lois.
Well then, is it true that you can see through anything?
Yes, I can. Oh, pretty much.
And that you're totally impervious to pain?
Well, so far.
What color underwear am I wearing? Oh, I'm sorry, I embarrassed you, didn't I?
Oh, no.
I did.
No, not at all, Miss Lane. It's just that this platter must be made of lead.
Yes, it is, so?
Oh, you see, I sort of have a problem seeing through lead.
Oh, that's interesting. Problems and first name. Do you have a first name?
What do you mean, like Ralph or something?
No, I mean like,
Pink.
Huh?
Pink.
Do you like pink?
I like pink very much, Lois.
And then, yeah, all right, fine. He fixes what he could not do. The famous scene where he reverses time.
Well,
There again, if I can just...
Hi. Don't bother. I think it's dead.
Sure, it's dead.
If I can just, real quick, the beginning of that, and, you know, I'm not really a man's man, I don't see myself that way, but I also, you know, these days don't wear my heart on my sleeve. But every single time that slow lead up, Lois is in the car.
Yep.
That slow pan in, he's holding her, he puts her down, and when he screams and takes off, I cry every time, because there is a man who has lost his whole world.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. And even when he saves Lois for the first time, after she falls out of the helicopter, I love that scene. One of my favorite lines in all of cinema. Don't worry, miss, I've got you. You've got me. Who's got you?
Yeah, that was a
that.
good scene. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me. Who's got you?
Speaking of his range, because early, he was asked what, as he's performing it, what was he thinking? And again, he mentioned, because we said before, George Reeves, Kirk Allen was the Superman of their time.
Yep.
He said now it's 1978.
Yep.
78. The American concept of masculinity has changed. Men are allowed to be more open with their emotions, allowed to be more nurturing and supportive, and he wanted to bring that to Superman.
And that works. That really does work. Yeah. So this movie was a huge success, and everybody loved it. And he would stay on for 3 more films, starting with 1981's Superman 2. Superman 2 came to theaters, and this also was a major success. The only problem was that, yes, they were filmed at the same time. Richard Donner kind of had some disagreements going on with the cast, mainly Margot Kidder, and they would have to be reshot some scenes with director Richard Lester, who didn't do much, but I can tell you he did do A Hard Day's Night with the Beatles. But as a film, Superman 2 is not bad. Basically what happens here is that Superman goes up against these 3 Kryptonian villains that we saw from the opening of Superman the movie. They were trapped in the Phantom Zone, but a giant wave from an explosion of this elevator, I believe.
Depends which version you're watching.
That's true. That's very, very true. So we have them get exploded, and they come to Earth, and Superman has to fight them off. Like you said, there are 2 different versions of this, Timothy, because one is the Richard Donner cut, and the other is the official theatrical cut. Joe, I'm going to go to you first. Here's the problem. I like the theatrical cut. I've seen both the theatrical and the Richard Donner cut. The Richard Donner cut just seems, how do I say this? I'm going to get hurt. I think sloppy, desperate. The theatrical cut, I think, is much better. But what do you think of Superman 2 as a whole? What do you think of this movie? Is it better than the first? Is it just as good?
Actually, I am usually not a fan of sequels.
It's a sequel, remember.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
Now, I couldn't wait to see this one when I saw the advertisements for it.
Sure.
And I will go so far as to say that it did not disappoint.
There you go.
And that's the whole thing. I don't know about the theatrical worth versus the Donner cut you're talking of. All I know is that the one I saw, I thoroughly enjoyed, and I thoroughly...
Take that, Coca-Cola.
And I thoroughly believed what I saw, and I thought it was great. I mean, I really did. And so I've got nothing negative to say either way.
That's fair.
I don't know what you're talking about, the sloppy part of it. I didn't catch it if it was. All I know is I went, I saw.
And you conquered.
I
enjoyed.
Conquered. It conquered, yeah. I mean, it was there.
The sloppy parts between the Donner cut and the theatrical cut, I'll say, is basically the Donner cut adds more scenes that I feel like weren't needed necessarily, and then because it was released much later on, I believe in the 21st century, there was some CGI stuff that didn't match up.
Okay.
So that's just why I think it didn't work as well. But Timothy, in this movie, it was another success, and we have some great scenes, like the Kryptonians coming down, because they're hearing the astronaut radio, and they say, "This is Planet Houston."
So this is Planet Houston. A very strange surface.
A primitive sort of life form. Did you see that? Did you see what I did? I have powers beyond reason here.
We all have them, my dear.
It's a strange surface.
Strange surface. And he pulls a Jesus by walking on the water there.
Yes.
But
which continues the messianic theme, which really did not exist in Superman, even in the comics, until Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, the Planet Houston scene, one major thing is that Lois finds out in this one, because there's a great scene in this Niagara Falls hotel room.
No, okay.
Clark, let me see your hand. Give it to me.
No, sorry.
Let me look at it. You are Superman.
Oh, Lois, come on, don't be...
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have anything to be sorry about. I don't know why I did that.
Maybe you wanted to.
I don't think I did.
Well, maybe you didn't want to with your mind, but maybe you wanted to with your heart.
Which transfers into a sexy sleepover in the Fortress of Solitude.
Well,
people don't
not by
really
today's standards.
People
I mean,
don't
you
necessarily
saw
like
nothing.
that.
Yeah.
That scene gets some hate sometimes,
Yeah.
but and then we saw some big battle scenes in the trailer there of Superman versus the Kryptonians. And I do love that scene where he goes up into the window. General Zod, would you like to step outside, please?
General? Would you care to step outside?
Superman!
Superman, thank God. I mean, get him!
Come to me, son of Jor-El! Kneel before Zod!
And so, with all that being said, what are your thoughts here on Superman 2?
Yeah, again, it's another opportunity, again, for Christopher Reeve to show his range, particularly here. And after, what's it been now, 40 years, whatever it's been.
Yeah.
If whatever we're about to say is a spoiler, it's on your own head. You've had plenty of time to see it.
Clark Kent is Superman.
But when Superman decides to give up his power so he can be with Lois.
Yes, he does do that.
For those scenes, Christopher Reeve is no longer portraying Superman. He's no longer portraying Superman playing Clark Kent.
Yeah.
He is now a mortal man.
Yes.
This crystal chamber has harnessed the rays of the red sun of Krypton. Once exposed to these rays, all your great powers on Earth will disappear forever. But consider, once it is done, there is no return.
did all that for me? I don't know what to say.
Just say you love me.
And you see him just start to understand what this means. You know, there's that scene, you know, in that Arctic bar, wherever it is, you know, he gets in a fist fight, and his reaction is, blood? My blood? You know?
And that's such good acting by him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank
you. Excuse me, sir. I think you're sitting in my seat.
Your seat's in there, boy.
Ah. Gee, I think perhaps somebody ought to teach you some manners, sir.
Yeah? Well, let me know when he comes in.
Look, Clark, we can just...
Honey? Excuse me, sir. Would you care to step outside?
Clark.
I said, excuse me, sir. Would you care to step outside?
Now, listen, Rocky, your steak's coming right up.
Keep it on the flame, Ron. This is just a minute steak. Up to you.
Clark. Clark!
You all right, fella?
He's gonna be fine. Just give me that. Clark?
Blood. It's my blood. I think maybe we ought to hire a bodyguard from now on.
And he grows some hair there too. When he, I guess, becoming mortal grows hair.
Yeah. Well, you know, we were very close to the 80s. Superman was going to get a mullet in the comic books before.
That's true.
Yeah, there you go.
This film was popular enough; it changed the comics.
Yes.
The Phantom Zone criminals. There were a lot more than just these three.
Mm-hmm.
But Ursa.
Yep.
Before this film came out, that character was named Feora Hor-El.
Who I got to meet, by the way.
Feora?
No, the actress. No, the actress.
I forget the other character's name, the grunty one.
Yeah.
Brain fart. I know it, just can't remember.
Grunt.
Yeah, but he was in the comics as well, but again by a different name. But since this film came out, they've retconned things, and that's who they are now, who they've always been.
Is this like Nod?
Nod, yes.
Nod, is it
that's
Nod?
right.
Yeah.
And Superman evolved some new power sets here, which was part of the evolution of the character through the comics, through the previous incarnations that we've talked about, the cartoons, the other movies. Yeah, he develops a few power sets here that even as a boy at the time, I'm like, where did that come from? I mean, I could understand the apparent hologram. That's something Flash did, and I'm a huge
the
Flash
hologram
fan.
thing. Yeah, that's weird.
But that thing with ripping his shield off his chest, it's like, where did that come from?
That was so weird.
Yeah.
So morbid. A sentimental replica of a planet long since vanished. No style at all.
I expect better manners from my guests, Zod.
We must combine our strength.
Overall, it completes the story from the first film.
Yep.
We get more insight into Lois's character.
Yep.
At the end of the film, she has that great monologue about her jealousy and envy and what have you. You know, and yeah, I think it does. I think it does a good job.
I think so
if
too.
they had finished there, I don't think anyone would have been unhappy.
Don't we say that about a lot of different franchises?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. I also Lex Luthor and Otis are in this again.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say they're necessarily that important. They're just a nuisance now, if anything, because the focus is on the Kryptonians. But
and Otis isn't in there long.
No, he's not. No. Yeah. But no, it's still fun. It's a fun movie. I still recommend the theatrical cut but that's just me. Check out Richard Donner's.
And real quick, if you do go back and see Kirk Alyn and George Reeves and then watch Superman 1 and 2 again, you see a lot of little subtle call-outs.
Including Noel Neill and Kirk Alyn in the first movie. They make a cameo on the train.
Yes, but also some of the other stuff they do in the film kind of harkens back to the... And something I had never noticed before, and I don't know if John Williams did deliberately or subconsciously, but if you listen to George Reeves'
theme
song at the beginning, you can hear parts of it in John Williams. Not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing,
it's
but
like,
a little bit.
John Williams kind of starts there and then takes it in his own way.
He does that. He does do that. But yeah, no, Superman 2 is still a fun movie. And like you said, if we had stopped there, great. But we didn't, and we're running a little low on time. So I want to get through these ones real quick here. First of all, within this time, well, actually, you know what? We'll get to her in a second.
Okay.
Few years down the line, Superman 2, despite the disagreements behind camera, was still a success and was still fun. The only problem is that with a lot of like third and fourth chapters in franchises, we want to add some more humor. And why not pick up a great comedian like Richard Pryor? Thus, we got Superman 3. Oh, he's already shaking his head back there. Oh, boy. Yes, Superman 3. Okay, here's my thing. Superman 3, first of all, I want to say that all three of these movies are done by a father and son producing team, the Salkinds. Alexander and Elia Salkind, who are doing a really good job, I think. They're doing a good job of Superman. However, yeah, Superman 3. Ugh. So, here's the plot. Go with me on this. Richard Pryor, there he is playing this subtle comedic yet computer genius who is working with Robert Vaughn.
Yes.
I don't want to say Wagner. Robert Vaughn, to make a evil computer thing that's gonna destroy Superman, and he's kind of doing a Lex Luthor impression, and Superman is doing some sight gags. The end. That's basically it. Oh, and if you love Margot Kidder as Lois, she gets cut out of this basically.
For the most part.
For the most part. Yeah. We replace her with Lana Lang, played by Annette O'Toole, which is that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. Timothy, we'll go to you first. Like I said, we are running a little low on time, so as we watch the trailer here, what are your thoughts here on Superman 3?
All right, I'm pulling out my apologist hat.
Oh,
here.
the apologist tag. Good.
Okay.
Good.
The thing that leaps out to me as a comparison, you see it a lot in Buffy.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
In Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
No long-running series can be unrelentingly one thing. Okay. And Buffy had several episodes where they got away from the horror, had some comedy, did something different, came back to the horror. I think that's what they were doing here. After two very serious films, they're bringing some comedy into it. And Superman, had some comedy. This basically, and you're right, Robert Vaughn should have been Lex Luthor. Or I don't know why Gene Hackman wasn't available, or whatever.
I don't know.
But that character should have been Lex Luthor.
Of course.
This supercomputer here, it's never mentioned anywhere, but for any practical purpose, that is Brainiac.
Yeah.
And that concept of Lex Luthor and Brainiac teaming up, it's a comic book classic. So, was the comedy a bit heavy-handed at some points? Yes.
Love for the.
But again, Chris showing his range.
Oh yeah.
The battle between Clark Kent and Superman in the junkyard. Chris getting to play evil Superman.
Oh, he loved it.
Yes, that was good. And Annette O'Toole, we're going to see her again.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. So, Joe. Like Timothy said, we do have some good scenes here. We have like Timothy said, the junkyard scene between Clark gets affected by some kind of kryptonite, turns into evil Superman. Closest thing we're gonna get to Bizarro, I think.
always wanted to fly, Kent. Now's your chance.
Okay, maybe not. But but that's really kind of a cool scene. I do like the supercomputer scene as well, and there is some good chemistry between him and Annette O'Toole.
Spells, but really, I can't complain. Early in the morning, I'm giving you the warning. Don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Hey, little, I'm playing my fiddle.
Miss Bannister, would you excuse me a minute? There's someone I'd really like to say hello to. Lana? Lana Lang? Boy, it's great to see you. Oh.
You look wonderful.
Oh, me, no, you look... Wow. Here, let me give you a hand with that.
I can manage.
Earth angel, will you be mine, my darling dear, love you all the time.
Quick thoughts here on Superman 3.
I was pretty disappointed with it, actually. You know, I mean, seriously, I expected better. I mean, you had Richard Pryor.
you, brother.
You had Robert Vaughn, you had the people you had in there. I just found the movie disappointing. I mean, the only saving grace it had, as far as I'm concerned, was it was marginally better than 4.
Okay, you opened the door now.
I couldn't resist.
You opened the door.
Yeah, we opened the door. Before we walk through real quick, one thing in my head canon I like to credit Superman 3 for is I look at it as, because Lois was gone for this film.
She was.
Yeah.
Why was she gone? And classically, these movies were all of them were supposed to take place in a very short time period.
Yeah.
Days, weeks, certainly not more than months.
Yeah.
I see this is where Superman 5 came from.
Ah, I know where you're going.
Yeah.
We'll touch upon Superman 5 later on.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I'll say though, Superman goes, Clark goes back to Smallville. That's where Lana comes into play. He wears a Smallville high school sweatshirt around his neck. I'm sorry, it just looks like. Tell me that wasn't done on purpose because there's an S on the back.
Of course it was.
Oh, there's a lot of choices here.
No, all the good ones are married. That's why Brad thinks he's God's gift to women. He won't take no for an answer, but he's the only one who's asking.
No, Lana, I meant there's a lot of choices here. This is really quite some picnic. There's some of that and green stuff. And hey, pate. Boy, this pate is really unusual.
I didn't make any. Oh, Clark, that's Buster's dog food.
Good.
Don't eat it.
What time does the dog eat? This is nice.
Here.
It's all right, Lana. Thanks.
Gosh, is he all right?
Fine.
Superman?
That's me.
Mom!
There you go. He's all right, man, but I think you might have him checked by a doctor.
Thank you. Oh, I'm Lana Lang, and this is Ricky.
Nice to meet you. Ricky?
And this is Clark?
Well,
Clark?
I really have to be going. So long, Ricky. Bye.
You open the door, though.
Yeah.
This was the end of. We're going to squeeze this in, I promise. Our magic and tech team is sweating back there. So this was the end of the Christopher Reeve series, technically, because the Salkinds had lost the rights to Superman. They still had Superboy. We'll touch upon him in a different episode, but they lost the rights to Superman. Christopher Reeve was also done with it. However, famously bad company Canon Global Films came into play and said, "Hey, Christopher Reeve, if you want to help write the story, would you play Superman again?" And Christopher said, "Fine." So in 1987, we got one of the most popularly bad movies ever, Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. Okay, Quest for Peace. Let's get through this, okay? It's going to be okay. We're going to be fine. Superman 4: The Quest for Peace. Very simply put, Superman is going to get rid of all the nuclear weapons on Earth from every country, except, thanks to some DNA stolen by Lex Luthor, who came back, into the sun comes Nuclear Man. And they fight. The end.
Superman and Nuclear Man, not Lex. Well, of course, they fight at a point.
Lex is kind of just there to say, like, hey, that's my boy.
And his nephew.
And his nephew, John Cryer.
Yeah.
Okay. Joe, you open the door, so we're going to talk to you first as the trailer runs here. What are your thoughts here on Superman 4?
Yeah, you just pretty well described my thoughts. I mean, because honestly, first off, way too preachy. I don't know how many times in that time frame everybody has been preaching against nuclear war. We get it. Nobody wants nuclear war.
Oh, those lovely effects.
Yeah, we all want to get rid of the nukes. Okay. And then we throw this on at nuclear. I mean, let's face it, guys. I mean, an arch enemy
and he didn't
coined
plan that.
Nuclear Man. I mean, come on, guys. Seriously, who wrote this? I mean,
Christopher Reeve.
What makes me sad is that I have little nieces and nephews that could have done a whole lot better of a job writing a Superman movie,
of course,
than this.
Of
I
course.
mean, this is just something I'm trying to restrain myself here because honestly, somebody was on some serious medication, putting it politely, when they wrote that screenplay, because that just brings the word awful to a whole new level. I mean,
I will say this. He looks great. The cast is doing actually a reasonably good job
with what they have.
Yeah. And everyone did come back, including Margot Kidder, had a bigger role now.
Yeah.
I like the opening scene with the train. I actually kind of like that. It's hokey, but it's fun.
He'll be all right. I think he needs a doctor.
Superman!
Gentlemen, one moment. I'd like all the people back there to know that our subway system is still the safest and most reliable means of public transportation. Thank you.
Thanks.
And I do like the scene. We have a new love interest played by Muriel Hemingway. And there's a scene where she and Clark are at the gym, and this one tough guy's like, "Oh, hey, you need some help with that, Wimpy?" And it's like, "Oh, no, I'm okay, actually. Thank you. I'm fine."
9, 3, done.
Okay,
Great.
you try it now.
Okay.
Let's set it a little higher for you.
Okay.
Just push down.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Need some help?
You just sit down, all right?
I guess your friend doesn't know his own strength.
Clark, this is Paul.
Hi.
He's a trainer here.
Nice to meet you. Hey, I got just the thing for you. Over here, Clarky.
Clarky? It's real nice of him to help me out.
Oh, no.
Here,
he's
try
pretty
this
good.
one.
Clark, are you okay?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No pain, no gain.
Jeez, what a jerk. Never realized it before. I guess a lot of people I know are jerks. Maybe you think the same thing about me. That's why you keep avoiding me.
Oh, no, I don't think that at all. Just been really busy, that's all.
But wait! You know, Lois is doing that interview with Superman about his peace mission?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was thinking the four of us could get together and go to my hotel suite and have high tea. It's very chic.
Could you hand me those weights, Clark?
Excuse me. Wait a minute, Lacey.
Come early. The view is so romantic on my balcony. See ya.
Oh, sure. Here.
No, Clark. Go the other one!
No pain, no gain?
So, Timothy, I mean, quick thoughts here.
Yep.
Superman 4.
I have to admit, there's not a whole lot to recommend it. You were saying about closest thing to Bizarro before, and I was shaking my head because, again, never mentioned anywhere, but imperfect clone of Superman should have been Bizarro, not the Nuclear Man.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, okay, I'm with that.
Yeah.
Look closely at the cell structure. You see anything familiar?
You've already broken all the laws of man, Luther. Now, it looks as though you've broken the laws of nature, too. I can only assume you must have hidden a device of some kind in one of those missiles I hurled into the sun.
You know, Mr. Muscle, I'm gonna really miss these little chats we had together. You're the only one that could keep up with me. Lenny!
What?
I want to propose a toast to a nice guy who's about to finish last. Destroy Superman. Later. He's a little bit anxious. Can you blame him? Not one of your great thinkers.
Oh, yeah.
I think my favorite scene in there was always where Clark and Superman are going on a double date with Lois and Muriel, and he has to work out how can both of me be here at the same time.
That's great acting.
Yeah.
That's great acting.
Something smells wonderful.
Oh, thank you. I'm cooking us some scallops and some duck in this wonderful mushroom sauce with champagne, and in case we got hungry afterwards. I mean, later.
You shouldn't have gone to all that trouble. Should we get on with the interview?
Yes, let's get on with it. Have you had any trouble confiscating the missiles?
You know, Lois, there always was the possibility that some warped individuals would take advantage of the world's goodwill, but... Is there something wrong?
Oh, my dinner! My dinner. I'll be right back. Right back.
Hi.
I missed you, Clark.
Oh, well...
It's so boring up there with Lois and Superman. Let's go do something wild.
Well, gee, they're expecting us at Wouldn't Be Polite.
Yeah, you're right. How can one man be so square and so delicious? All right, let's go chit-chat. If I have to face Superman, so do you.
Lacey? Wait a minute.
Oh, Clark.
Stop.
I've never had a duck turn out so perfectly. It's amazing.
I'm out here, Lois.
Oh.
But yeah, there is very little to recommend it. It is too preachy. The resolution is too quick, too pat. But, and I've mentioned this to you before, one of my favorite ironies here is the last line in the movie is by Christopher Reeve. He's almost looking into the camera. He's talking to Lex Luthor, who's going to jail.
Yeah.
But he's looking into the camera and he says, "I'll see you in 20 years." It was a little over 19 years later that Superman returned.
Oh,
okay.
Clever.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're going from that.
Yeah.
Final thoughts I'll say is that we were discussing Mystery Science Theater beforehand.
Yeah.
This is a great contender for that.
Yes.
There are people online who have remastered some of the really bad effects in this movie, and I think there should be a remastered edition put out of this movie with those people because it makes it actually watchable, you know, in effects-wise. And then my last thing is, really? We have X-ray vision, we have heat vision, but now we have rebuild-o-vision
Yes.
with the Great Wall of China. Anyway, that's just me. Now, of course, we forgot to talk about the tragedy that happened to Christopher Reeve in the actual studio. But we'll mention that in the next episode. Until then, if you didn't know, years after Superman 4, Christopher Reeve suffered a terrible horse riding accident that caused him to be paralyzed from the neck down. He had to be in a wheelchair, he had to have help breathing, but the man stayed true to himself. Now, of course, this affected his acting career, like Timothy said, but he did do a few more works, including a remake of Rear Window, kind of fitting, actually, and he even guest starred on an episode of a future Superman project, Smallville. So we will discuss that more and more Superman in the next episode. But that's where we're going to put a pin in this right now. There is so much more Superman to come, and I hope you guys come back.
Superman movie is brought to you by Canon, the world's leading camera manufacturer.
Quick and happy!
Canavision 8 camcorders.
Hey, I thought you were Superman, huh?
Hey, I am!
If it moves, shoot it with a cannon.
I want to thank you so much for having you come on, talk about Superman. And go watch Kirk, go watch George, go watch most of Christopher. And we'll talk about Christopher's fate in the next episode. But until then, I want to quickly do a Who Are You? So I'm going to play a clip for you, gentlemen. And there's our intro. Lovely, lovely. Thank you, thank you. Hey, don't worry about it, Magic Tech Team. We love you still. I'm going to roll a clip for you guys, and you're going to have to tell me.
You don't believe me when I say I love you.
Well, it's because now. Yeah, well, never mind.
Anyway.
I
tease him.
I know.
Anyway, keep going.
I'm going to run a clip for you, and you're going to have to tell me who it is and or what it's from. So I'm going to roll the clip here.
Hi, boys. How are you? Yeah, I was just roping over there. Thought I'd mosey on over. I'd never moseyed before. Hope I did it correctly. I mean, I've walked, I've ambled. I even sashayed once, but that was in front of the draft board. Hello. Ooh, rough corral.
All right, so there's your clip. And so, Joe, we'll go to you first. Who do you think that is, and or what is it from?
I'm going to go with the Invisible Man.
Invisible Man, okay.
Well, because that's what I saw was no one and nothing. So
fair enough.
Let's go with the Invisible Man. You can pick whichever version of it you'd like as far as who it was. And go from there, actor-wise, of course.
I'm going to pick David Spade from Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah.
Because I like go. Okay. Anyway, Timothy, who do you think that is?
For time, I'm just going to go straight to my guess. I'm pretty sure that was Billy Crystal in City Slickers.
Billy Crystal in City Slickers. So I'm actually I actually have the answer here, actually, so I'm going to run it on the screen later on. Hi boys, you say it was Billy Crystal in City Slickers. Well, I'm proud to tell you that it is Billy Crystal in City Slickers.
Nice.
So there you are. He's upside down there. But anyway, you are correct. So Timothy, you get 50,000 points there.
Oh, all right.
Joe, I'm going to give you 40,000 just for coming on the show.
Yeah, well, thank you.
The show where points mean nothing and the score doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's why I always say the show is brought to you by Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
Anyway,
there we go.
On that note, I do want to thank you guys again for coming on the show. It's so cool to talk about Superman in this, quote, summer of Superman because of the new movie. So we'll be back to talk about further actors and further interpretations. I want to thank our Magic and Tech team over there who's been awesome. And I am Daniel Soletti. This has been As the Reel Turns. That is a wrap.